Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Rolling Hot 5. I'm Rachel Schlarb alongside
Bree Rhodes.
And we have been getting so much music in the studio, and I know I'm excited, Bree's excited, and we are so excited to show you what we've got this week for you. So Bree, go ahead and talk about what we have first.
First we have THRILLCHASER, and it's a pretty new artist, and so far the DJ seem to really like him, and I really like his sound. And what drew me into him at first was his album cover, because it has like this rose. It looks like he just threw a bunch of just paint on it. And I was just like, okay, that's cool. And you know what I was just told recently, which I love more than anything, is when our DJs interact with the artists. They actually responded to one of our DJs posts on Instagram, and that just, it makes my heart happy, because I don't know, it's just really cool to see everyone interact with each other. It's like a big circle, like the circle of life, as the Lion King once said.
Something that I really like is that a lot of artists like THRILLCHASER, our DJs love the sound, and we've been getting a lot of artists that have the same sound, I would give or take a little bit, and most of the time those artists really do follow us back. They want to know if we want more music, and it's really great to see our DJs loving these artists just as much as we do.
And the answer is yes, by the way, if anyone's interested. We love music. That's like our spiel.
Yeah.
It's our I forgot the word for it, but there was a cool word I learned the other day that I wanted to use, but can't remember.
But anyway, another album we have in the studio is called Audioscam, and whenever I first picked up this album, I was thinking, wow, that sounds like a really bad name. Audioscam, like you scam people. But actually, my favorite song by them is Bridgetown Girls, which is the first song on the album. It's very catchy. Every single song on the album, I want to say it's catchy like Taylor Swift. Her songs are just over and over again, just like Audioscam. It's just over and over again, and it gets stuck in your head. So that's a really big positive, especially with them, for this type of music, because if you can make catchy songs, people are going to remember them. And then, like Bree and I was talking about earlier, we have this song stuck in our head, and it sticks with you.
I really think the DJs are gonna like this song, Rachel. I really expect top 20 in their future.
Oh yeah,
definitely, because it's like you said, you get something stuck in your head, you're gonna listen to it all the time. What was that one artist last semester that was always stuck in our head, no matter, it was Burn Me, Echo City.
Yep, Echo City.
Echo City, it was just like that, like, you find yourself singing it, and you're just like,
yep.
What?
And I think that's going to happen with Audioscam.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that full-heartedly.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Warm Chord music. They are also pretty catchy, in my opinion. They have a really good sound, and they switch between a male artist and a female artist. And the very first song, Haunted Dreams, I think they do a really good job at the duet, because sometimes you have like a duet where it's really hard to tell like if it's actually a duet or not, or if it's just like background singing, but they do a good job at balancing the two, and I like that. But they have this really cool kind of rock, but kind of like punk rock kind of sound, and I think we have a lot of DJs that can appreciate that.
I know when I picked up the album and I seen it was called Warm Chord music, I literally thought it was going to be all instrumental. That was my first original thought, because we've had instrumental music like that before in the studio, and we've also had artists in the studio that was just all instrumental. So it really took me by surprise that there was also lyrics.
Yeah. And I really think that they also have top 20 in their future.
Oh yeah.
I really think that it's like as soon as the right DJs kind of get their hands on them, it's gonna set up fire. Because also word of mouth is.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of like full,
yep.
like pouring jet fuel on the fire.
It's the best way to get the music played, is word of mouth. And then we also have one of my favorites. I screened this album. It's Miriam Waks, and whenever I first picked it up, I loved the baby blue background color, and I was like, wow, I really like this, because I've talked about before, and I know Bree has as well, about how I either like really elaborate music art, or I like very simple plain art. And this is just one of those really plain arts that I love. And then when I got to listen to her music, I really like her. I know she sounds like someone, but I can't put my finger on it. So if you know, tweet at us at Urbanized07music, because I want to know. And I really generally enjoy her. She's not someone that I'm like, wow, that's amazing, but I don't dislike her either.
Her album kind of like the color. I really love the color.
Yo, me too.
It kind of reminds me of like Robin Eggs in a way. And not to mention, just like look at how it's just like I really like how the white accents.
Yeah.
The different colors, it really draws you in, and that just in itself is really good for like bringing in our DJs to play the album. And I remember I was actually setting up for my show once, and the song came on, and I was like, ooh, this is really nice.
Yeah.
Because I didn't screen this album, Rachel did, and so it's like sometimes we don't always hear the same music. But when I first heard the song, I was just like, oh my gosh. And I knew for a fact it was going to be on this show today because...
Oh, I know for a fact it's going to be a top 20.
Yeah, her sound is great, and I enjoyed it immensely.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I think she has potential to go very far.
I do too. And last song, an artist of the day, is Roots of Creation. Now, this is a very interesting band because... they're reggae. I don't know if you can tell by the cover or not, but it's very vibrant, very colorful, eye-catching. It's just there's a little bit of everything everywhere. And this album that they have is actually a tribute to the Grateful Dead. And it was actually interesting because one of our DJs had mentioned that, and I was like, good, because that's what they're supposed to sound like. So that was really cool. I also really enjoy that they have like kind of different styles of stuff. Like I know they have not only like vocal stuff, but they also have like a weird instrumental mixed with a little bit of vocal. Like there's one where all the vocal you get is woo. That's my favorite song.
I completely understand what you mean because I've listened to the album as well, and I have to say it's like Miriam Waks. I generally really enjoy their sound, and they do sound like the Ungrateful Dead. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't really have too much to say about it besides I just generally really like the album.
Yeah, it's like kind of like what you said about Miriam Waks in a way too. It's like it's not something you're just like super excited about, but there's something where you could put it in and just be like, yeah, like you could just really kind of like gently rock out to it, like not like you don't need to be like but like just like.
It's one of those to where you can just sit back and relax and listen to the album.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Exactly.
But that is all the time we have for this episode of the Rolling Hot 5. Make sure to tune into WMCO 90.7 every Tuesday and Friday at 9 and 2. Bree and I go a little bit more in depth with our music and what we get in the studio. So it's a really great thing to listen to if you're really interested about our music.
You can also check us out on orbitmediaonline.com underneath the WMCO music tab. There you can find our address as well as where to send the music to and a little bit more about our artists and DJs.
And check us out on Twitter, Orbit907Music. We would love to hear what you think or if you think an artist sounds similar to another artist you know. But that is all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Rachel Schleier.
And I'm Bree Rhodes.